Alright, anime aficionados, imagine we're huddled in that same cozy cafe from last week, steam rising from our matcha lattes like ninja smoke bombs, the rain pattering against the window like distant gunfire. Episode 1 left us dangling off their frozen bridge, Tanaka stands 2 inches from Gokudo's ribs, snowflakes melting into the tension like tears on a hot blade. But Ninja vs. Gokudo Episode 2, Gokudo's Gambit or Kiwami's Shadow, depending on your sub-flavor, doesn't just pick up the thread, it yanks it hard, unraveling into a tapestry of double crosses, desperate alliances, and one gut-wrenching revelation that hits like a poison stab into the soul. Directed by Toshinori Watanabe at Studio Deen, this 24-minute gut punch airs hot on the heels of Ep 1's premiere, ramping the stakes from will they won't they to oh god, they're really doing this. We dive straight back in, that bridge showdown. It's no quick clip, it's a ballet of brutality. Tanaka voiced with that signature Kobayashi gravel, like he's gobbling broken glass, powers Gokudo's Sumayo Yusoka channeling pure venom as Silk Wakazashi with a whirlwind of shadow clones that make you question if Deen smuggled in some Naruto tech. The governor, that Weasley plot device from last ep, cowers behind a snowbank, babbling about underworld packs while blood real, Artio red splashes the white canvas. Big moment numero uno, Gokudo disarms Tanaka not with steel, but with a whispered secret. Remember that mecha episode we binged? The one where the pilot betrays his squad for love? That's us, idiot. It's a callback that stings sweeter than sick, freezing them both mid-strike. Vibe check? Heart-stopping intimacy amid the carnage, like if you lie in April crashed against massacre. But mercies for monks, not mobs. Enter the escalation. Gokudo's crew, those Iron Fist goons from Ep 1, roll up in a convoy of blacked-out sedans, tires crunching ice like bones underfoot. Led by a new face, wire goes a wire enforcer with cybernetic tattoos that glow like faulty neon, they drive the governor off for re-education, leaving Tanaka tied to a pine tree, his clan's tanto confiscated as a trophy. Cut to Tokyo's underbelly, Gokudo's HQ, a labyrinthine izakaya in Kabukicho's bowels, where sake flows like blood money and walls whisper with hidden blades. Here, we meet key players fleshed out: Gokudo's Zaiban uncle, a grizzled vit with an eye patch etched in koi scales, barking orders about ninjas come infiltrating our veins. He's the voice of the old guard, preaching the Edo grudge. They hide in shadows, we own the streets. One dies, the other feasts. The vibe shifts to claustrophobic conspiracy, lanterns flickering like dying stars, tattoos undulating in the low light like living kisses. Tanaka? He's not down for the count. Flashback interlude. Pure Deen Fair takes us to his clan's hidden dojo in the Yamanashi Hills, where elders, ancient currents with faces like crumpled origami, grill him on failure. The Polar Road was a test boy. Betrayal is the ninja shadow. Trauma callback. Kid Tanaka, pre-smile apocalypse, training with his grabs, who drops the law bomb ninjas as underworld auditors, assassinating corrupt Gokudo since the shogunate. But Graham's fate? Spoiler tease, a Yakuza hit that stole Tanaka's laugh and lit his fuse. Back to present, Tanaka escapes his bombs with a hidden future charm, exploding rice paper, chef's kiss on the focal reflex, tracking back to Tokyo on foot, a lone wolf silhouette against the aurora-lit horizon. Big moment too, the ambush. Wire Ghost squad corners him in a derelict love hotel, neon hearts pulsing mockingly overhead. It's a frenzy, kunai ricocheting off augmented fists, Tanaka's agility versus the brute force tech. Think Ghost and the Shao meets Yakuza 0. He dispatches too, but takes a gut wound that leaves him staggering into an alley, coughing crimson. Cue the Heart Ripper. Gokudo finds him. Not to finish the job, to patch him up in a dingy clinic run by a neutral-backed society docker chain-smoking grandma with the switchblade manicure. Over flickering fluorescent lights, they hash it out. Your clan's got the governor, my family's bleeding cash from his protection scam. Whereupon Tanaka. Revelations tumble. Gokudo's not just heir, she's the reformer, pushing for a truce in a syndicate rotting from greed. Their otaku bond deepens with the shared binge on Evangelion bootlegs. Laughing well, she does, he forces a ghost of one at Shinji's angst, mirroring their mess. But plot twist detonates, the Oyaban's eavesdropping, and drops the hammer. Gokudo's softness is a liability. He greenlights a hit on Tanaka, forcing her to choose, family or forbidden flame. Cliffhanger? Oyaban's elite assassins, shadowy figures with Gokudo crest branded into their palms, descend on the clinic as Tanaka and Gokudo bolt into the night, city lights blurring into a kaleidoscope of escape. The episode's energy? A pressure cooker of pulse racing chases, philosophical bob, shadows hide sins, streets parade them, and the aching rom drama core, all underscored by thumping shamas and EDM hybrid OST that burrows into your brain. It's live wire stuff you're not watching, you're in the fray, dodging shurikens and dodging feelings, wondering if these fools will kiss or kill first. Basta wasabi, this burn's just getting started. Let's crack open the bento box on visuals, because episode 2 is Studio Deen's attempt to juggle Jujutsu level sorcery with a shoestring that shows its nuts. Art style? A gritty fusion of Yu-Gi-Oh! Grit and Savi Yakishini character designs by the Kondo faithful keep Tanaka's haunted eyes like bottomless ink wells and Gokudo's tattoos rippling like tattoos in a fever dream. Backgrounds? Kabukicho's underbelly glows with that humid, vice sautés, rains like Kales reflect in kanji neon, steam from manhole covers curling like cigarette ghosts. It's atmospheric AF, evoking Tokyo Ghoul's urban rock but with a historical cherry on top. Those dojo flashbacks and sepia-washed 2-me strokes feel like gripped pages from a high-end scroll. Action? Where Ep 1 tease, Ep 2 delivers the Sakuga storm. The bridge opener? A 60-second opus of fluid 2D carnage, shuriken sucking and parabolic glory impacts landing with visceral crunch SFX that vibrate your subwoofer. Deen's key animated shoutout to Ryuji Sakagami on the alley brawl nailed the choreography. Tanaka's acrobatics a blur of negative space, Gokudo's idle draws snapping like whip cracks. Particle work on blood and snow? Immaculate, each droplet a ruby in the blizzard. Pala Pala Pops 2, cool polo blues flowing into Tokyo's fever shreds and goals, mirroring the emotional melt. But hey, full disclosure kind as if Deen's not Mappa and it shows in the seams. Steph Key poses creeping during the clinic heart to heart. Tanaka's forced smile looks like a glitch emoji, pulling you out of the pathos. CGI for the convoy chase? Serviceable but soulless sedans corner like they're on rails, lacking that organic skid you'd get from a bones joint. AC hitches too. The low dumbfire Altus drags like a bad haiku, exposition heavy where manga panels could have pasted snappier. Audio mix shines Kanishi's Oeban growl as chef's kiss menacing, but the simuldub. Rough edges Yusaku's fire comes through, but some line deliveries land flat like they're reading off cue cards in a wind tunnel. Overall, a visual ride that's 80% exhilaration, 20% budget bite, gorgeous in motion, but could flex harder on the polish. Still, for a sophomore app, it's sharpening its edge. I'm invested in the grind. Exhaling scene from the cafe espresso like I've just escaped a Yakuza shakedown. Episode 2 of Ninja vs. Gokudo cements it. This ain't a one-hit wonder, it's a slow burn katana thrust to the zeitgeist. Overall vibe? Addictive agony equal parts Sweeney ship tease and slash fest, with the Deen grit turning forbidden love into a contact sport. I'm obsessed with the nuance. No one's pure hero slash villain. Ninjas as vigilante ghosts. Gokudo as family first. Fallen angels. It's West Side Story with waifu and wafers. Tanaka's micro thought that almost smile. Heart eyes emoji in Gokudo's rebel spark. Chemistry that could power a Gundam. Humor lands slide to why ghost I'm all ghost in you. Shinobi quit mid-fight had me snort laughing into my napkin. Critiques? Gently, it doubles down on the edginess, while and so raw it might alienate the faint of stomach that gut stabs, no pixelated punt, and the world-building teases without fully unpacking. Gimme more on that 300-year beef. But that's setup sauce for the feast. Fingers crossed. Ep 3 dives into the Oeban head with clan alliances grumbling, more Toku deep guts hoping for a cowboy bebop nut, and fingers, toes, and lucky charms crossed. Tanaka cracks a real laugh before the body count triples. At this rate, it's frontrunner for full 2025's guilty pleasure crown. Who's with me for round 3? Your turn to spill, rooting for truce or total war. Hit that cafe table, I'm buying.